So class 06. Let's take a notes which we have discussed yesterday. Okay, let's begin now. So let's have a quick recap last class what you discussed, then we will talk about. So we have discussed yesterday. Today date is 10th of November. Recap. So what topic we discussed yesterday? We discussed on
else and if.
looping statement, else, else if, and else, correct? So we understood that based on the condition, it's a simple straightforward based on the condition, right? We understood that is in how many if need to use and how many else if we need to use it, right? So we will come to know automatically the moment you use if and there is a condition and you need to have the script block, and else if next one is you have the condition and then you have the script block, right? And this else we are using for depends on the requirement. You should be able to continue with this. More than one can be used for the else if. Okay, and then you can use it for else. It is just for the updating the nodes or updating the information. Either all the condition is not met, what can be what can be uh, write it, what can be write it, right? So that is you need to use for the else condition. So overall you would be going to use it in any of the conditions you are going to use. You would be able to use the script block and you write it, which we did yesterday. We verified that is in one of the arithmetic operations for the example to test it here, and then we have used it for actual requirement is using the processor, I mean process, and service and event log. It's a simple, we have verified this yesterday, right? This is a script we have used it. Let me just open the PowerShell ISC. Just click OK, right? And you see this else and this thing, and yeah, this is what we have used it. Condition, condition, and condition. We execute the script. You should just bring this little up. Okay, so if you execute the script, you can choose it any one of them. which one you want it to be. If I want to go to directly, it should come to the service related, right? So this is what we have verified yesterday. So based on the requirement, you would be able to understand that this can be a using looping statement. Straightforward, if you wanted to, you can use it. And also there is another looping statement is, okay, which one is nodes? Let me just say this. We have two nodes. Okay, this is for different one. Okay, so based on the condition, so based on the requirement, we would be using this. There is another looping statement where we would be using for, that is called as a for each. We will be going to talk about when do you use it, the for each, and how do you decide this for each is going to use it. Before we going to start this, anyone has any question so far? You guys are getting some confident how you wanted to write and all? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's begin this understanding this for each looping statement. So first most important to remember, this for each looping statement always we use it for when you use a bulk requirement. So when we talk about the bulk requirement, as I said yesterday, example, I have the list of 100 server, we need to check the specific service status. Okay, take example this. We'll take some dummy servers and we will work on it. But before that, we need to understand the thoroughly how this for each looping statement works. This always, needed all the time. When you also find the script, actual script you are finding, that you would be able to, uh, get to know that, which is how we need to, using for this, right? Just a minute. I'm going to send this. Okay. Now let's ask the PowerShell, what is for each? Okay, some terminology you need to understand this for each. To asking to the PowerShell, there's a topic, right? The topic is get hyphen help about underscore star. It would give you the list of, and you should have the proper naming convention, or the particular name you can select for the alphabetic order, that is we would need for the for each. Okay, now take this. Let's go a little up. You see this, copy this, get hyphen help about underscore, can type this for each. Okay, you just understand the definition and the syntax how is going to use it, then we will be able to achieve this and with the bulk requirement. What it says here, the command you can use the traverse all the items in a collection of item. So little more detailed description. The for each statement is a language construct for a iterating over a set of values in a collection. The simplest and most typical type of collection to traverse is an array Within a for each loop, it's a common to run one or more commands against each item in array. We're not getting this right to the definition. Just understand this, what is the actual syntax is going to do, then we'll talk about. The following syntax, the following shows the syntax for each dollar item in dollar function and a statement. This is the most important. When you use this for each, you have to use this syntax for each. You should say that dollar item means you can give any name, whichever you are going to use the variable in, and dollar collections. We'll talk about what is the meaning of dollar item here, and we will talk about dollar collections. So this format you must use it always. Then you can use the format list. This is a method. This is a syntax to be used. How we used in if else if condition. If we use if condition, we have the script block. Else if condition, we have the script block. Same things. When you use the for each looping statement, always you need to use this is a format. No matter whichever requirement you are using, you should use this for each dollar. Instead of the item, you can use any of the variable. Say for example, dollar computer in dollar servers, dollar user in dollar users, dollar group in groups. So you can use any of the variable, but how is this two are defining? Dollar item means what? Dollar collection means what? Dollar collection is you are whatever you are providing the input file, right? That's the entire input file. So there is whatever you are updating the PowerShell. Uh, this is my server list. This is my server list, and this server list I'm going to declare in a variable server list, and we are giving the path equal to import -csv path, and we have the path, and in this server list we have all the number of server list, and the entire all the Excel sheet is stored under the variable, and this server list variable is called collection. Entire input file path. Get my point? This is a format we are going to use. See this example in this. What is defining here? In the part of for each statement, inside the parenthesis represent a variable and a collection to iterate. PowerShell creates the variable dollar item automatically when the for each loop runs. This dollar item is a temporarily creates a variable. You can say this, you don't need to declare anywhere, but this is going to create a variable, and it is says the specific name called as a automatically. It is going to automatically run this. So when the for each loop runs, just what you mean by automatically, I'll tell you. So just keep in mind, there is a temporarily we are going to declare the variable. You can give any name, dollar item in dollar collection. So dollar collection means it is entire server list. It should be, for example, now say server list I have there, the server list I have created in this and entire my file. Now what should be in this? You can say for each bracket dollar server in dollar server list, dollar server in dollar server list. Now all the server lists are called here, and whatever server list inside is there, that everything is going to store automatically under the dollar server. This is temporarily variable which is automatically runs. During the process, when we are going to call the variable, we should not call this variable in a bulk request. We should call as a dollar server. Getting my point? What I'm trying to explaining. Now you see this. For each loops runs at the start of each iteration. For each set the item variable to the next value in the collection. The statement list we will be going to create it for the script in this statement list, which is a block, contain the commands execute for each iteration. So very simple here. Now take one example here. I have Excel sheet. Let's create one Excel sheet server list. Okay, I'm going to creating in this server list. In this server list we have a, these are the server list, right? Now this server list entirety is called as a collection. Okay, the goal, the requirement is, the goal is, now what we need to do, we have around 100 server. So we need to find this in this 100 server. We need to check all the 50 servers. Which is service or running states, right? So this is my requirement. I need to check for all the 50 servers services are running state. Now we need to have, the requirement is we need to have the server list, which is called input file, right? Now remember, every commandlet there is a parameter called hyphen computer. So now before we reach to the for each looping statement, the goal is to, we need to check all 50 server services are running, right? How this script is going to read all 50 server one by one and get the report. Before we understanding that, let's talk about the this requirement we need to write in our actual commandlet. So say for example, we need to write in a one single computer this requirement. I wanted to find this to get the single computer. How do I write this commandlet to get the single commandlet for single computer? We have the get hyphen service, get hyphen services dollar where hyphen object dollar underscore dot status equal to running, right? So by default, what is going to happening? It is going to take a local system only. For this commandlet, as I said, every commandlet you have, there is a parameter called computer. How do you check it here? You see, get hyphen help, get hyphen services. Now just observe in this. Do we have the computer name here? Yes or no? No, this is my host name. This is my host name. If I wanted to check my specific computer, I can give the computer name here. Example, get hyphen service hyphen computer name. See this hyphen computer name, and I am going to give this computer name. Yes or no? I can give like this. Yes or no? Pipeline operator where hyphen object dollar underscore dot status equal to running. I'm getting result. Now I wanted to provide the computer name as a header. I'm getting the result, but I need to have the computer name as a header. How do we get it? What is a property name, or what is the header name of the computer name? How do you check it? Get hyphen service pipeline format list star. And do you see this? You have the computer name equal to any related here. You see, there is a property name called as machine name, right? Copy this. Just I'm giving you example this to reading that commandlet in a computer name. Then when you are going to use a for each, how this computer name is going to read it by one, right? And now format list. I need to have that is customized header, right? Format table, ft name, state name, status, display name. Then I wanted to have a machine name, right? Take the machine name, copy machine name. Now see this, you're getting here. So same things I need to get the multiple machine name. Since I am getting for the single computer, I'm getting. If I need a multiple computer, can I type here multiple computer here? Can I
No,
type multiple computer like this? Now same
no,
this
we
is one
cannot.
computer taken. If I wanted to take another computer, how do I take it? Can I give like this, comma, another computer name? Can I give like this?
No, can we use wildcard? Give some give some name, common name, and then star.
No, no. So for this purpose, you cannot give this way. Then that is what you need to have to declare the variable. Those all the computers are all the server name, bring into input file, and this input file you are declaring variable, right? What you're going to do here, your dollar computer name dollar servers equal to import hyphen csv, and you are giving the path, and where you are having the c colon here server list dot csv, correct? Now what you're going to do here, now same command you're going to take this. Can I use like this instead of computer name here, instead of computer single computer name, can I take dollar variable this? Now get hyphen services hyphen computer name, instead of this I should get it dollar server, and this my process here. Can I use it? Can I read it here?
Uh, we can provide the input file path. Uh,
Yeah, it is given
dollar
path here.
server.
Dollar server equal to import hyphen csv. This is a path example, and this entire information store is called as a server dollar
Mhm.
server. Now I am giving here get hyphen service dollar computer name. This variable I am declaring here. Instead of single computer, I am given the complete variable here. So when I use a computer name parameter, and I'm telling instead of the computer individual computer name, I'm giving the variable. What is this inside the variable? What is inside the variable?
Server list.
All the server list. Can I take
Yes.
it directly for like that? Can I use it for this requirement? Let's see this. Okay, let's see this. Now write a script using for each looping statement. or just use a just simple, not for each looping string, simple for getting simple script for multiple server get service running state. Okay, this is my now dollar server equal to import hyphen CSV what is the path you need to provide here? The path is can give this class 06 slash it's not taking. Okay, yeah, import hyphen CSV hyphen path, you can give this path slash what is that, server list. Okay, just to execute it, and dollar server, and this is my server list. Now my requirement is get hyphen service hyphen computer name. Instead of that individual computer, I would use it dollar server, and now pipeline where hyphen object script block dollar underscore dot status equal to running. Okay, now if I execute this script, can I get it all the server list, all the server list which are number one number two, it will come here.
Yes.
See this, what is the error you getting? Cannot open the service control manage computer at the rate server list 01, thus compression might require other privileges, right? Where hyphen object dollar underscore start running, no, it is not running here. See this, get hyphen services dollar computer name server, it does not understand here. Actually it is going to read it, but it has that is in, but you need to tell to the PowerShell, you go there and give me that is in one by one. How is going to happen the looping statement? Looping means what? First you need to go to this Excel sheet, and first you need to go to Excel sheet means what would be the header? You need to tell to the PowerShell what would be the header here?
Server list.
Server list. To denoting the header, remember denoting the header, who is helping here? What is the terminology we use it?
Format
We use
keeping.
it, we use it for dot. You see, denoting header, dot we use it, right? Yes or no? Always remember, we know that entire Excel sheet, there is a header, we need to tell to the PowerShell, and to tell the PowerShell for the identifying, the denoting, you need to use the always dot. And dot, what is that? You see server list. and behind that is in what is that entire collection, what is the variable here, you should use it dollar server. This is a server, this is a Excel sheet, and inside that you have to read this header and then tell to the PowerShell, go to that in this header, then you can read the file one by one, server 01, then process it, then next go to the server 02, then process it. But this single statement, single processor, this will not going to do that. That logic is not going to do that. That process has to be looping, right? You need to, if I tell you that is dot, you see server list, it is not coming here, server list. If I tell you this, and it is not going to loop this, it is just going to be executed. Earlier we got the error, so now same things, it is not going to processing one by one. The actual processing here, first you need to go to this header, check the one server one, and then complete it, then go back to the server list header, take the second server, and then complete it and go back to server list and check the server 3. This has to be looping until the last server. For that you must use it for each looping statement. And in this for each looping statement, you have the two variable which is going to use for dollar item. It is called temporarily create the variable, which is automatically when for each going to run it, but actual input file, it comes under for collection. But this is a name for the temporarily. You can use any of the variable. You can use any of the variable. And the same requirement, if you wanted to use a for each looping statement, how do we write it? You see this same requirement, you wanted to read this, how do I use it? I just copy paste here everything. Now I can say this for each looping statement. Okay, simple script using for each looping statement. Okay, now I have the server import -csv. This is my list. Now you must use for each looping statement, for each. Here you can use a for each. What is the standard format here? For each bracket. Now I would use dollar. Now this here I can use it server list. I would use a temporarily variable dollar server in dollar server list. And then the moment you use a for each, you should use a script block. And this script block, how do we use it? I'll tell you here. Now, my entire collection, this is equivalent to collection. Server list is a collection. Agreed? The format, the standard is collection means what? There is a standard format for each dollar item in collection. The collection means what? Enter input file. Here in our script, the collection is what? What is the variable collection here? What is the variable here equivalent of the in this script? Dollar server list. Yes or no? Guys, getting my point? The same syntax I'm using for the my requirement. This is given the standard example in a PowerShell, which is for each dollar item in collection. The same things I'm using my requirement. Instead of this name of the item, instead of the collection, I'm using for the my requirement. But in the actual definition is collection means what? Entire input file. Dollar item means what? Is a temporarily creates the variable and is going to run. It is just, you can say, logical variable. You no need to declare anywhere, but it is logically understand that entire input file into the dollar item. Hence, I'm creating my requirement dollar server list is my entire input file. Same things, I'm just giving my name, which is my requirement name, $server in $server list. So all the entire input file is came into this server list and temporarily is going to store under the $server here. So now in this format, which variable has the entire input file? In this standard format, which variable has the entire input file now? Which variable has the entire input file now?
$server.
Perfect, right? Remember, always this is a format. Now we need to, that is we understood that is in temporarily and logically this all the information, all the Excel sheet going to store here. Now we need to call, go to this sheet and find that computer name one by one in this sheet, Excel sheet. What is the header name here? The header name is server list, right? We need to tell to the PowerShell, go to that sheet and find this header and do this activity. What is going to do here? Now we know that is in get hyphen service hyphen computer name. Now instead of giving the computer name, we need to provide my $server, $server, $server. Now whatever the input file, it is virtually or logically come to the $server. Now we are going to executing the script, we are compiling the script, and this server is came, but what is going to do, whom is going to reach it? You need to provide here dot that header name server list. That header name is, you need to provide a $server. It is going to read it, and there you need to go to that header and then do this activity one by one, which is where hyphen object and dollar underscore dot, it's the same as it is, status equal to running, and close the script block. You getting my point? Understanding here? So if I execute script, is can able to read it one by one. See this? First SRV01 is not able to connect. Yes, we know that. It is going to reading second server. You see this second server? Yes, we know the second server is just we gave the dummy server name. You see? Okay. You see this? It's a processing all the server list or not? Now, first is getting reading that first file, correct? Okay, let's run once again for the CLS. Use the CLS, run again. Now it's going to read the one's first server, SRV01. We know that this is going to not connect because it is just for the dummy server. Now going to read the second server name. It is not going to connect, and it's reading the actual computer name. Also, we provided actual computer name, and is giving the result. See this SRV03 is also not connecting. Now that is what is that actual for? See this SRV01, SRV02, SRV03, and this is actual my computer name. It's giving me the result, and again processing SRV03, SR04, 05. It's not giving the result. Now the only one computer name giving result, which is connected my machine. Apart from this one computer, all computer is going to read one by one and giving the result, because it says is this computer is not able to connect. Are we getting my actual requirement here? You understand that is how do you read the Excel file by using the looping statement? This is important. This is important. Inside the Excel sheet, you need to tell to the PowerShell. If you not provided this header, it will not going to read this.
Okay, so we provided header as a server list, sorry. Uh, so on the display name, can we include server
Yes.
name as well? I mean,
Yeah.
for which
Yes.
server
Now,
it is?
yes, yes, you know that. Now you need to see. Now we got the result. Now you know the how to display the custom header. You know this format table,
Mhm.
format table. You know the name, status, display name, and you know the what is the computer name. That's a machine name, right? Machine name, right? You will be getting know that server 101. It's not going to connect. Just execute here. Now see this. Okay. So we can do something little more cosmetic. We can add it. We can say right hyphen host. We can do it. Let me show you. Okay. See this. You are getting result with the connected server.
Yes.
See this. So little more cosmetic. We need to do this. What we can do here. What we can do this. Okay. So let's see right hyphen host. Okay. You can see connecting server dollar server dot server list. Okay. Okay. Dollar connecting server connecting server dollar server dot server list. Okay. Let's see this server list. Okay. Then it should give the design SRVzer. Just you wanted to make some cosmetic foreground color. You can say a green. Okay. Green. Let's see it's coming in a right format or not. See this connecting servers SRV01 not connecting. Connecting next server is going to do SRV02. Next connecting server SRV03 not connecting. Now see this connecting server my last server here. See this. This is just modified. See this. This is makes sense, correct? See this. You getting my point? So earlier we were using for just simple. We were not understand which server is connecting now. So it is the goal is to you need to go back and see the Excel sheet. How many servers are there? All the servers we wanted to read the server and give the result. Now we know that is in all the 5 servers is not in network, so hence it is giving. If it is a network, it would give the result. It will be display the result, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now same thing, same logic. If you apply, can I get it? Just only you need to change it. There is requirement in you. Okay, say for example, get hyphen a hotfix. I wanted to find all the 50 server, the specific KB installed or not. I wanted to find this specific KB. Okay. I need to find that is specific KB. Find the another goal is find specific hotfix, or you can say uh, patch specific KB hotfix exist or not, or you can install or not on all the 100 server able to handle this script. We know the all the Excel sheet. Take the same Excel sheet. Say for example, I have to take for 06, 06, 07. Okay. You see, think about, I'll take a dummy server, but maybe you can have the 100 server, you can add it all 100 server, right? I two more servers I have added here. Okay. And the requirement is this. So first you know that how to find a specific KB. You know the what is the command that going to use it. You know what is the command that can be used it. You already know that we have worked on this multiple time. Hotfix ID. The same logic you are going to use it, right? The commandlet is get hyphen hotfix pipeline where hyphen object, right? Dollar underscore dot. What is that? You're going to read this hotfix ID. Yes or no? Hotfix ID. This one equal to what is that?
Installed.
I just wanted either you wanted to use install or you want to check for the specific ID exist or not. I wanted to check, right? I'm getting this. Yes or no? This is result I'm getting. I wanted to find this KB installed or not, right? So this script we know that, but this script I need to execute all 50 machine, 100 machines. How do I write it?
Get hyphen hotfix hyphen computer name, then create a server list.
Perfect. See the same thing. There's no changes here, right? Let's see this. Okay, this is my existing script. Let me save this. Okay, for a statement for each PS1 for underscore service status. Okay, which is class 6. Save. Now there is another script we are going to copy paste here. Everything would be same. Server list, you can same the server list we extended for each server. Either you wanted to change this, you can change it now. Dollar computer in computer list. Okay. Now tell me, how do you use it? Server to dollar computer list dot. Okay, let me just change this server name. Okay. What is the header is going to change now? Is going to change this server name. Always remember that header is going to read it. Now you can use it, the script here. Now how do I read the script? We know the script here. And how do we improvisation the script? Now tell me, you only change it. This is for hotfix, for each hotfix, for each underscore hotfix dot ps1. And this is script. Now I wanted to give a proper result. Tell me that where you wanted to change. There is a simple line, you need to change it, and you can tell me where you wanted to change. Please update. If you understood this logic, previous one, you would be able to handle it.
So get hyphen fix space minus then minus computer name
Hyphen
and
computer name, hyphen computer name, dollar
dollar computer list. It will be taking from input file.
think.
Computer list dot server name.
Think. Anyone try, please tell. That is in what is the variable you're going to use it. Very simple it is. Which variable you're going to call now? Guys, please proceed. Please. It's a simple, it's already know that is. What is the variable I need to take here? Now my entire computer list, the entire my Excel sheet, which variable? Entire server list store in which variable? What is the default variable we use it?
Dollar server.
No, just see that variable. I have changed it.
Dollar computer.
Right? Dollar computer list. The entire my Excel sheet is came into this dollar computer list, correct?
Yes.
And when I'm using the for each looping statement, there's a temporary variable is going to store. Now in this line, which variable has all the Excel sheet? Which variable has all the server list or Excel sheet, everything?
Dollar computer.
Dollar computer. Dollar computer. Always you remember that is going to store the temporary under dollar computer. Now, when I'm using the get hyphen hotfix hyphen computer name, which variable I need to use here? I should use dollar computer.
Dollar computer.
Dollar computer.
Getting my point? Because already you have taken this variable, this information is stored in the computer. And what is the properties you are going to look into that inside the Excel sheet? I have changed the header. What is the header here? Dollar server name.
Server name.
That's it, guys. That's it. Simple. This is only one naming you need to understand. That's it. See this? Everything is same. Okay, just you need to change it here. This is just, it is taking all the server list once again. But you need to, the right host is going to change. See this, I'm getting output here. You should be given the dollar computer list. This dollar computer, right? This is dollar computer, server name, foreground color. Okay, let's complete this process. Okay. Foreground color you wanted to use, you can use green. Okay, now execute the script. See this? And you wanted to have this all format list and everything, you can add it for the next one. But I am now see this, I'm looking for the design. What is my actual request? Think about, you need to have 1,000 machines. Do we need to change any of the script here? Do you need to do any changes in the script? How many line script it is? It's just for the only considering CLS. It's an 8-line script. Can this script make all the 1,000 servers and get the report?
Yes.
Only you need to add those server list, or you need to just change the Excel sheet. That's all. Can this 8-line script can make all the server list in quickly and do everything? So only when you are using the for each loop statement, make sure that is in the variable is going to store temporarily, and that temporary variable or that temporary Excel sheet, we are going to call the header. You must read that header here. That's important. If I give you some requirement, can you do it with the using for each looping statement? And we would be going to talk about now whatever the error is coming here, right? Whatever error is coming, I don't want to display this error. Instead, it should tell us the customized message. This server is not able to, this server is unavailable, and please contact help desk. Please contact this email ID. You are not able to connecting. Yes, please contact this. Instead of getting a default error, we need to talk about, or we need to understand how to handle the error. We'll talk about next week. I will give you some homework. Okay, how to handle error, which is I don't want to get this kind of error. I would need for the customized header or customized error. I need to handle this completely error, which is I don't want this kind of, because it's not looks good, right? Instead, it should tell us we are not, you are trying to connecting server, but server unable to, it is give, instead of this giving message, we know this error is occurred, but when our error is occurred, it should tell us please contact help desk. That message has to be typed here. And to do that, we need to call as with, that is a definition called as error handling. Then we'll talk about next class. But I will give you some more exercise, more requirement using the for each looping statement. You have to do all this work. Understanding, guys? There is a item and a
Yes.
collections definition here, and you can use it. Only the temporary variable is going to store, and this variable you are going to call in your this temporary variable you need to call here, and then you can use that properties.
Need one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, just wanted to know that why we use right host. It is also a commandlet.
What is that? Right host, which is
Right
this is
host.
right host. Just is a uh, additional where we are going to. This is a commandlet actually. For our purpose, we are going to use it, right? Where you are going to displaying whatever you written in this displaying, and is going to display. You can see this within this code,
Uh,
within this code, and is going to display. But I gave you that
okay.
dollar computer. It's going to this Excel sheet, which is variable, and the
Okay.
properties. And what is the property name of the first computer name? SRV01. And looping
Okay.
next SRV02. Looping next SRV03. This is how it's processing. And I told that foreground color is green. The green. If you want to change this something different color, you can change it. Red. Getting? This is just for the
Yes.
understanding, to just make you
Okay.
cosmetic, because earlier it was not giving any of the computer name. I wanted to check
Yes.
which computer is connecting. For that, I just use this right host for better understanding.
Okay. Got it.
I will give you the few use cases you need to write the script for based on this requirement. Possible?
Yes, we will try.
Yes or no?
Yes, we can try. We
Perfect,
can do
perfect.
some
That
homework.
confident. Yeah, you can take a Google help, but you might seen that is in when you get the script from the Google, you will be seeing this kind of written the script. But you should not wonder, okay, this is how they might be using their requirement variable. You can change it. Take that script and you can change a variable which is you are relevant, right? And you might see this all the this kind of script, and you can change, you can in your Excel sheet, whatever the name you provided, that name you can provide it here. Yes or no?
Yes. And Also, I'm a little bit learning now. So I
Good,
used
good.
last week in my production environment. This,
Wow.
yeah, I wanted to know the memory details of all the servers.
Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Yeah, I use like, I mean, the machines which were lower than 14 GB.
Correct,
I
correct.
wanted to
Then
get
you
the
should get
data.
those
So
list. Right,
yeah,
right.
so I used the get hyphen VM, then where object,
Very
and
good,
then
very good. So
dollar
did you
underscore
got the
dot.
result?
Yes, I got the result.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. So you got the, now you can also use this format also, and you got the report entire what you
Yes,
expected.
yeah, what I was expecting, I got little bit. All I take help from others as well. Like,
Perfect, perfect, perfect.
I wanted to know the power state of the machines, which
Yeah,
is power
right.
state on or power state.
Power state.
So
Yeah, right,
use,
right,
yeah,
right.
for format table, then use.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. So this is how, right? It is you are getting slowly confident. Okay, what they have written and how they were getting. So this make
Yeah,
you
now
little help, right?
now it gives you understanding like what it is written
Exact,
actually.
exact, exact, exact. Earlier, overall terminology, it is completely, it's going our overhead. So whatever is written,
Yes,
okay, what is this variable? What is this, okay, looping statement? They have declared here. Okay, they are calling this variable here. That's all, right?
yes,
Now we are using the pipeline operator. Yeah, this is the, property, and this is a specific equal to compare. This is how we need to understand every from the line 1 to line 10. Then that's all, right? We can edit it, whatever requirement we need to. Correct.
yes.
Perfect. Okay, so let's connect. Okay, we need to talk about next week how to handle the error, which I don't want to display this kind of error. We need to customize error. We'll talk about next week. We
Okay.
still we are into the only class 6 we have completed, but within this we are already covering for, that is in for each looping statement, right? It's overall within 3 week, except last week which is festival and other week. And I feel you are getting some confident when you are working as per the compare with your requirement. So at the end of the stage, the goal is to at least, if any one given to the script or any requirement come to us, and when we go to the Google, when you get the script, you should be able to understand from line number 1 to end. That is the actual goal. Good to go.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for today time. Let's meet up next week with a new
Thank you.
topic. Bye, take care.
Bye. Thank you so